Okay, as you can see on my screen, I've drawn what represents the 15-button Stream Deck. And when you get the software loaded, you can go in and program each button so that actually on the Stream Deck, it looks just like this. And if I had a camera aiming down at that, you'd see it. And it's been difficult in the beginning to formulate a good way to make this useful, because some of the hotkeys in Chief Architect are, well, the ones that I've set up would be like Command T, Command R for transform replicate. And Stream Deck doesn't allow that many characters in one hotkey. So I've been scouring the internet, and I don't really want to use the Stream Deck for vlogging or whatever else. That's not my thing. But if I can be more productive in the software that I use, like AutoCAD, Chief Architect, and any of the other productivity apps, as you can see here, I've made a bunch. And I watched a video just recently where this guy was setting it up to run all of the different Microsoft Office shortcuts or hotkeys or cheats or whatever. But this is really amazing. So you can also get this as an iOS app, and then you have a subscription option. I think it's $24 a year. I don't remember. And it does the same thing. You can have your phone with these buttons on it. I kind of wish that the iOS app had the 32 button option. That would be really cool. But really, how I'm doing this, I don't think I'm going to need that much, because you can do folders. Like right here, I have a folder, and it goes to files, and it drills down into my folder structure. Anyways, so not to get too distracted, I'm working on Chief Architect. I just wanted to show you that Stream Deck is pretty cool. And so what I did is I went through this list of the built-in automation, whatever the macros that they have, and then I just entered them as text over here just so that I could have them. In fact, let's just do this real quick. You might like this. If you didn't know this, what I'm about to do in Chief, it's a really cool feature for getting things to look aligned. So I'm just going to grab all these, come to this tool here, and I'm going to align left edge and space evenly and hit boom, and there we go. Now everything is spaced evenly and organized by the left edge. So well, anyways, what I did is these are all the different options, and I'm going to start playing with these to figure out what does what. And the multi-action one right here, that's useless. Anyways, the multi-action one seems to be pretty cool, because open object, when you look at open object, I used to just use OO, and Stream Deck will take OO. But I want to get into the habit of using the hotkeys, so that sometimes I might use Command O, or whatever. So I'm going to use instead of using just a hotkey button or the text, I think I used text on this one, and I just typed in OO, and it worked. I pushed the button, it goes straight to open object. But I always used, like, transform replicate was complicated. But in my mind, I know that I would hit Command TR and hold down the command button for both the letter T and the letter R without having to lift up on the command button, and it worked really well. But this is the one that got my attention. So the multi-copy, a lot of times, let me show you what happens. I'm going to open up multi-copy, and then I'm going to open up how far I'm multi-copying, right? So here's typically what I would do. If I needed this line every 12 inches, well, let's say every 16 inches, just like we're laying something out. I would come down here to, first you highlight it, then you click on that one, and then you have to click on this blue one, and then you can come in here, and the general object is at 12, so I'll make it 16, hit enter, and then it'll highlight this when I hover over it, and then I can drag, boom, 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 and then we'll come up here and we'll dimension it real quick, and these should be 16 inches apart. Okay, perfect. And then all of a sudden, you come into an area where you go, I need these to be 24 inches. Well, now I can push one button on the hardware, and this hardware syncs with the phone. So really, technically, once I figure out how to record the phone screen and superimpose it on this video, then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to push this button. I wonder if I could just double click this and it'll run. No, it doesn't do it that way. All right, so anyways, this is the button I'm going to push in 3, 2, 1, push. Oh, well, never mind. This was highlighted. That's why I did that. I have to highlight Chief. Now I can push it. And I have to highlight the object. So there's the object. Push the button. So it ran the first script, the white one. Then it come over here and gets the blue one. And like we said, we're going to go to 24. And we're going to go like this. And see, that's 2 feet apart. And then we're going to go, oh yeah, you know what? I need that to actually go back to 12. So highlight, push, opens it up, 12. I don't have to navigate down here to this corner to push that button. I just do one button, and I'm really liking this. So as I find more cool things, I'll try and put them on here. The only downside right now is I have to come in with some graphics. I went through and I grabbed all the actual real icons out of Chief, but like this one here is just a straight hotkey, and it's not usually, that's not the key command I would use for that. So when I go and I put multi-action, there it's going to have these. So that's the other thing, is I got to go back and find these icons and drop them in here, and that way visually what I see here is what I see in Chief. Like this reflect, if I was going to use that button, that would be, which is kind of weird because there it is, reflect about. That's weird. That says Alt F. Yeah, okay, that makes sense because I changed the shortcut. Where's that screen deck? I wonder if it says Alt F. Yep. Well, that's max Alt. Option F, really. So I can put all these back to what I'm used to on the keyboard. They'll match. The Stream Deck will match. So if I have to, let's say I don't want to reach over to the Stream Deck, I can just muscle memory back to the keyboard what that was. But the Stream Deck is awesome. One button, multiple presses internally. It's most impressive. So I just thought I'd share. This could be fun. This could be the beginning of something really fun.